Okay, picture this. The only instrument you own, the 6-string bass. Old, used thing. This shit is beaten up, but we're gonna write a great song, alternative, indie metal. Bro, I don't know how to describe it, but... if you like stuff like that, then this free. I feel like my target audience will be reached. Okay, so initially I was gonna make a video of me singing, I think, and just like redoing or like continuing the song I was working on. But while setting up for the shot, I came up with an idea that I think is good. Kind of reminds me of Powered by Marcus Miller with the melody, and I was like, I fucking knew I'm stealing this from somewhere, but I'm gonna try and refine it. And obviously I'm doing a completely different thing than him. It's this thing though. But like if vocals were doing that in like a stacked way, kind of like a crowd, like something like that. Like, anyways, let's get to making this thing. Although I don't know what this is gonna be about lyrically though. That would be something to think about. Yeah, I mean, because as I explained, like my last song was really like explaining like a relationship I have with anxiety and insecurity, and just kind of leaning into that perspective that everything's fucked, like, and I love those songs, but like I feel like something's creeping up on me, like I want to express more love about like the relationship I'm in. So I have this melody I want to do, which I showed in the previous clip, for the chorus. But where do we start? So I decided, first I came up with this riff. It just goes simple progression. B minor 9, my favorite chord. D major 7. G major 7. E minor 9. I drop to the F sharp 7 on the 3rd bar, and then just simple strums like that. Let the vocals shine, and obviously I added some high parts. Just beautiful, supporting the transition into the verse, because it's gonna start right away. And then I had the riff keep going in the background, and I played it higher, like just to support it. Just keep. I put like a lot of sample delay on it, so it's really hitting like borderline out of sync in both ears, but it's really nice. And then for the melody, I'm gonna go up here and hit that start on the 7, so like around that area. Chorus continuing that same pattern, and we'll have that melody over it. And I really want to draw a contrast to show my gratitude, because basically I don't know what it is. Ever since I was a kid, it's like love and stuff, and sex is just, it's made me uncomfortable. Had a very hard time expressing my feelings for a long time, and especially in high school, with the normal high school stuff. Like I was like, I had acne. I was a loser. I just felt like I couldn't even go out of the house because of my acne, and because like I would just cry and look at myself in the mirror when I got home, and I felt like I was just a socially awkward mess who didn't know how to communicate with anyone. So I felt really hopeless and kind of undeserving almost of love. But I worked on there's a bee in here. Anyway, I worked on myself, and I got to a point where I was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna let it happen when it happens, and I have to have faith. And with that faith, I found someone, and it's great because I've worked through and did so much self-reflection that I was in a place where, you know, I was great for a relationship. I had a great relationship with myself, and therefore with another person, and it was just going great. So that's what I have so far, and I think it's just gonna be soft like that. I might get my buddy to help me with the drums because he's fire at drums, but maybe we start off some drums later. We go back to the, we go back to the, or just like a kind of like a modified version of it, like. Messing around. But again, like the song, like I want to write a love song about the beautiful relationship and I'm in, and we need to figure out a way to do that. My brain's just not there right now. And also just the warmth of being with someone that gives you so much confidence to do all those quirks that I thought made me weird. I realized that like that weirdness is a good thing. And it feels like my entire life I've had people telling me what to do, what to think, like where, like this, it's supposed to be this way and you're doing it this way. But I realized like I'm peculiar, I have my own quirks, and that's what makes me me. So, and this is very rough, but I want to show you guys the song that I'm going to release soon. There's going to be like a bunch of promotion for this. I think, I always say shit and then the plan changes. But for the song it's called Whisper, and I've showed it in previous videos where I was recording, but anyways, just snippets since this isn't mixed obviously. Quick recap, I wanted to write a song about how basically down bad, depressed I am. I kind of want to change lives, change my design, and in the song, another song I showed, and probably this one too, it's more of a reflection about how if I had that surface level good, then what I have now wouldn't have happened, and you know, that love would have been lost. So it's ultimately a good thing, even though this is just kind of going into that maybe a little bit naive feeling of what if I changed my design, what if I went back there, what if it was all different. So it starts off with a strong groove. remember, it's all the 6-string bass. That high stuff, harmonics.
I'm sad to go back to when life wasn't alright. Yeah, I was too old to just change my deciding.
That is loud. And then it ends in this like this massive, like the massive chorus.
The race is so unknown.
And as I said, Whisper, it's about kind of playing into that naive feeling of wanting to go back and change my life and make it quote unquote perfect. But if it was quote unquote perfect and I did, and I went down the alternate path that I look back on now and I'm like, if I did this, my life would have ended up this way, then what I have now would be lost, and I can't discredit what's going on now, because if it's not what I initially imagined something to be like, doesn't mean there's no value. Like I'm perfect where I am right now. I'm grateful for being here for like something that really, like an interpretation of love that's personal to me. Because it's almost like when I but like it feels just having someone on your side at all times. It makes me feel less crazy with the things I want to do. So I'm grateful in that way too. Anyways, we'll see how it ends up and what I end up writing for in the future, and I hope it builds into this incredible piece of art.
Baby, it's all in my head. This damn